The Curse of the Pharaohs can be so deadly, and today on the channel we're going to find out all about it with the Super 7 Ultimate Edition, Mercyful Fate Edition, King Diamond.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something extra special. I'm a little bit more amped up, a little bit more fired up, as we've got Mercyful Fate Edition, King Diamond. But for all your King Diamond needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. And I always get a little amped up when some of my loves come together. My love for heavy metal, my love for action figures join together via Super 7. Man, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm here for. I love my He-Man. I love my wrestling. I love Star Wars, G.I. Joe, you name it. But man, I have a passion for heavy metal music. I got a passion for King Diamond. I got a passion for action figures. It's like the triangle is complete in a lot of ways here. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews in the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And oh, baby, King Diamond in the house. Very excited for this, as I did say. Now, this is debut, I guess we'll call it, King Diamond, as we got King Diamond, solo career King Diamond previously. Check out that review on the channel. We unboxed that a year ago, 2 years ago. What is time, as we do say. But this is early Mercyful Fate, and guess what? I prefer Mercyful Fate to King Diamond's solo career. I'm more of a Mercyful Fate fan than King Diamond. I like both of them, but I do enjoy Mercyful Fate. Mercyful Fate just definitely something different, definitely coming out of nowhere in a lot of ways, and definitely some great music that influenced the likes of Metallica. Of course, Metallica covered a few different Mercyful Fate songs over the years. Just absolutely do love the Mercyful Fate stuff. Hank Sherman, a great guitarist as well. We talked about him just recently on the channel. I met him back in the day, backstage at a show, and couldn't have been a nicer guy, that's for sure. So very happy to have this version of King Diamond, a very early version, a little bit dumbed down version in some ways. Anyways, enough jibber jabber out of me. Let's get down to the figure. Let's get down to it. And one thing I want to note here from Super 7, now we saw this with the Power Rangers, we saw this with Toxic Crusaders, now with King Diamond, no outer shell cardboard packaging. I think they might have ditched that once and for all. Obviously, that would be an expense at the end of the day, so they do not have it on this one, which I did find to be a little bit interesting, but man, oh man, still doesn't take away from this, and I really don't keep those that often anyways either, so here it is, though. This is King Diamond, the outer shell. It almost looks like he's rolling up to the front door of Castle Grayskull. Am I the only one seeing that here? Kind of gives that little vibe to it. I feel like He-Man could be in front of there saying he's got the power and letting everybody know, but apparently it's going to be old King Diamond, this one here. But you got some of those crazy symbols going on the door there, a little bit of stone all the way around, got the upside-down cross, all that kind of stuff, very cathedral-like. Got the same thing over there. Ultimates on the top. A little jibber jabber down here on the bottom, and then of course the back, you got that classic Mercyful Fate font going on there all day long. Mercyful Fate, as we do know, but then of course the usual old slip cover there for the old king, looking good right here. And we get King Diamond with that bright yellow background. Very, very cool. One extra head for King Diamond. Of course, a lot of getting the most out of their molds with this one, and that does make sense. We got to do that. It is an action figure at the end of the day. You got Mercyful Fate logo down there as well. Does it say King Diamond anywhere on here? That's interesting. Well, we're going to read the back too, but I don't think it says King Diamond anywhere on here. So obviously I don't think you're buying this unless you're a King Diamond fan, you know what's going on, but I feel like you got to put King Diamond's name in here somewhere, don't you? I don't know. We'll check. But there it is. Beautiful packaging. Got the side wraparound as well. And then on the back, you got the Mercyful Fate logo. Once again, you got a little bit of blurb down there. Let's see what it says about the King. In 1982, Mercyful Fate embarked on their first mini tour of Europe. The tour introduced King Diamond to the heavy metal scene, there you go right there, and launched him as an icon, who has influenced countless fans and bands this is where it began. And of course, young Kyle, who are we fooling? Kyle of last week was actually in King Diamond face paint around the house. My wife kind of laughed me out of the living room, but I didn't care. I was living my King Diamond dreams just for the day. But definitely a monumental time in music history, I should say heavy metal history, of course. Before King Diamond was there, the Mercyful Fate band was in a band called Brats. Some of you guys maybe have checked that out. Check that out if you want some early Hank Sherman and the Boys and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm jibber-jabbering again. That's what's going to happen with these heavy metal ones here. But let's get the King out of the package. Let's see what all the fuss is about. And as I always say, there is fuss. There is fuss. Definitely almost looks... interesting background. Almost reminds me of Fatal Portrait a little bit from King Diamond, but very cool there. Off to the side, which way are we going? Oh, Skyhook again. Skyhook, Mercyful Fate edition right there. Oh, we got some fun behind here, and they do say nuns have no fun. I believe King Diamond will be the first to tell you that. I'll also tell you all about the Curse of the Pharaohs and some evil. But there it is. We get a cape for King Diamond, like a straight-up young Lando Calrissian is what King Diamond is really at the end of the day. I'm here all day for capes. See you later off the screen. See you later off the screen. Look at this. It's like a robe-type cape going on here. King Diamond's pajamas is what it's like. But very, very cool. Gold and black attack going on. The upside-down crosses. Oh, baby. We got bendy wire in here as well. So we're all in. We're all in. And we got some of those logos we saw on the front. I'm not sure what to decipher there. I'm guessing it's something very evil, though. It's got to be something evil. But very, very cool. Almost looks like a kimono in some ways, but definitely cool. Nice soft goods. Here for it all day. And then, of course, bendy wire. Man, sign me up all day long. And there he is, the old King, looking good, looking old school King Diamond. Like I said, very much a big fan of King Diamond and the Mercyful Fate days, but I do like the looks of him in his King Diamond days. So it's an interesting dynamic. You can't beat the King Diamond stuff, but I love the more thrashy, I don't know, what do you classify Mercyful Fate as? I guess kind of early, like, thrash, heavy metal. Oh, there's tape in there. That's why I can't get them out. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. We're going to get this figured out one way or the other. One way or the other. Of course, we got the old Melissa here. We got the old bones going on. Got to have those as well. And then we got the King. We're going to pull him out. Oh, baby. I cannot wait to get this out. I just don't want to break anything on the way out, of course. There it is. Come on, King Diamond. Come on. What is going on here? What kind of tomfoolery is going on with this package? Oh my gosh, Kyle. I remember the first time I unboxed a figure. He's locked up. He's locked up. That's what's going on. That's why he's not popping out. And there you go. Like I said, remember the first time I unboxed a figure. It was a great time. There it is. See you later. Up high off the ceiling. Watch out. Coming back at you like a boomerang. There it is. All right, let's dive into these accessories as usual. Then we'll dive into the heads. Then we're going to dive into the King himself. Oh, man. I'm biased. I'm biased in this review. This is playing all the hits for me here, guys. So this is one man's opinion on King Diamond here. So just remember that. Remember that. So we do get the hands here. I believe some reuse. He's got the heavy metal crazy hands going on. I would say the Ultimate Warrior hands, but this predates the Ultimate Warrior's wrestling career. But he's got some of that going on. He's really feeling the metal here. So we got that. And then he continues feeling the metal. Like a young Ronnie James Dio, he's got the metal hands going on. Looking very cool. Looking good right here. Of course, as we do know, Geezer Butler says he takes credit for it in the metal community, and he passed it off to Ronnie James Dio. But Geezer will be the first to tell you, it was the Yellow Submarine album cover that John Lennon on the cartoon thing. He's putting it up. He's putting up the horns on that one. So double check that, fact check that one. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Does the King got fists? Man, the King's got some fists. King Diamond, ready to throw down at a moment's notice, do whatever he needs to do. If he needs to box somebody in the front row, somebody getting out of control back in the day over in Denmark, man, the King will take care of him with those two fists. There's no doubt about it there. And then you got gripping hands. You got to have a gripping hand. He's got to hold the microphone. Makes all the sense in the world. So all the hits played in the hand department here. I'm definitely here for that. Then we get the bones. Definitely a very cool one. I believe the original Melissa was lost or stolen somewhere along the line, but it was actual real human bones he used as his mic stand here, all taped up. Man, just talk about evil here. This is just evil. This is what this is. Somebody needs to bring back Melissa into rock, and I guess he does have bones, but they're not real bones anymore. But definitely very cool here. You got the kind of cross going on there with the black tape, locking in the microphone at the top, silver microphone, some reuse from this kind of stuff. You get the wire going down. Definitely on brand for the King, though. There's no doubt about it. Now we're going to dive into the King, and I'm actually headed to Dallas, Texas. As I'm filming this, I think, do I go next week? I can't remember my schedule half the time. I don't know where I'm going. I take it day by day in my calendar. Okay, where's Kyle head to today? Am I going to the Target to look for action figures, or I'm flying to Dallas, Texas? I'm not exactly sure. It's a wild life sometimes, but King Diamond here, he lives down in Dallas, Texas area. So King, if you're watching this, I'll be in Dallas in like a week. Can we do dinner? Can we do dinner, King? It would be something special. It would be something special, but probably not. Probably not. I'll hit up the Dirt Cheap down there, though. I'll go to Dirt Cheap. Maybe I'll get some Target clearance. We'll see what happens. But we got King Diamond here. We got a very interesting head out of the package. Of course, you got the face paint going on. Looking good. He's ready to wrestle if he needs to. He's got the raccoon eyes going on, the black around the mouth. He's gritting his teeth. He's angry. This is an angry King. He's ready to go. And you got some of the black down there on the chin, the upside down cross on the forehead. You got the big old sideburns going on down there. Man, I'm here for those early 80s sideburns. The black slick back hair looking awesome there. Second head here, you got the same kind of hair going on. Ooh, he's got earrings on both of these, kind of blended in. He's got those long kind of upside down cross earrings going on, blended in there with the old sideburns. Definitely looking really cool. And he's got a more open mouth screaming face going on in this one. So everything else is the same, but he's kind of just letting it all out there. He's screaming. He's singing about the curse of the pharaohs, or whatever he needs to sing about, of course. Now, we do get the nice silver real necklace here, the upside down cross. And then apparently it's not only cape season, it's also scarf season. He's got a little scarf there, soft goods around his neck, and then we do got some bandanas kind of wrapped around his arm as well. He's like a young Rock and Roll Express, or the Rockers, really, wrapping these things around him, but he's got that going on. Love, love, love the black Vesta leather jacket going there. Very, very on brand. New wave British heavy metal style, something like that. I could almost see some of this being reused for Lemmy as well, and I guess we'll find out, because Lemmy is coming at the end of the year. Oh my gosh, I don't know if my heart can take it. I might have a simultaneous heart attack stroke live on camera when I unbox the Lemmy figure. We'll see what happens with that one. But he's got the old Bandito belt going on here, the bullet belt there, a heavy metal staple back in the day. It's like denim and leather, getting that heavy metal belt there. So I absolutely do love that. Love the black pants on him. I mean, it's just King Diamond, a little skinnier guy with the voice of an angel. Or the devil, more like it, I guess. But definitely looking cool. Love the boots. Once again, you got the nice silver kind of buckles and things on it there. Just very, very heavy metal. There's no doubt about it. Let's run through the articulation real quick on the King. Of course, arms go all the way around. Shoulders up and down, very tight, ratchety feel to him. Got the bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, of course, pinless there. Very tight joints on the King. We get the hands back forward, side to side, as we do know. Waist articulation. Oh, that's a very well hidden ab crunch. I didn't even realize they had an ab crunch on him. But he's got a nice ab crunch. And a lot of times the Super 7 ab crunches can be kind of tight and not a ton of mobility. Man, the King can do all kinds of moving around right here. So, man, I'm here for that. I like what I see right there. Looking really, really good with King Diamond. Just very, very cool here. Of course, you get the legs kind of go up and down all around. You get the legs up there. Single jointed knees, side to side as well if you need them. Instead of the boot cut down here, you got it at the knee. Ankles back and forth, side to side as well. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% of ringside collectibles on your stands there. Of course, they are out of stock currently, but there is more coming in, of course. But man, oh man, the old King. And of course you can display him with the robe on. And I'll of course take glamour shots. You've already seen him as you're watching this video. But man, to me, I kind of want to put him in the heavy metal look right here. This is kind of the way I want him to be. He's got some interesting color to the skin tone. I did forget to mention that. He's got some highlights of tan going on. So some paleness and then some highlights of tan. Definitely an interesting look for the King right there. But it kind of gives it a little bit of a different feel. It gives it kind of your eyes a little bit more. And I think I do like that, because if it was all white, it would look a little bit funny. Just a little bit of color goes a long way. There's no doubt about it. But definitely cool. But I really do think I have to display him like this. When I think of King Diamond early Mercyful Fate, I don't think of him in his cape, robe, kimono combo. Even though I've seen pictures of it, of course. I've even seen some live stuff on YouTube. Check it out. I recommend it. But I think of him more like this. And there's that interview where he's on some talk show and, you know, telling about how he worships the devil and all this stuff, trying to scare all the kids and things. There was that interview back in the day. That's kind of what I think of with this one right here. This is just no F's given, as they do say. King Diamond edition right here. But of course, like I said, we've had more King Diamond figures. We had this one, and I'm pretty sure we might get another King Diamond. To me, if you're going to give us a next King Diamond, it's got to be the more modern era King Diamond with the big top hat, maybe the lantern being held, something like that. That's what I'd be looking for. So we'll see. Super 7's on the clock with the King Diamond figures. But I actually, and like I said this earlier, I prefer Mercyful Fate's music to King Diamond's solo career music, but I think I prefer the King Diamond solo career figure more than the Mercyful Fate because it's more, I don't know if more detail's the word. This is like starting off, obviously early Mercyful Fate. That's what this is. This is more, I'm into the weeds. At the end of Mercyful Fate, beginnings of King Diamond. At the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either one of these, but I think I still prefer this one just a hair. But man, oh man, there's no way I was not going to have this in my collection. I'm going to put these two with Ghost, eventually the Lemmy and the Cliff figure. I just hope we get the Rob Halfords of the world. I would love to have the band Iron Maiden. There's so many things they could do. Fill out the rest of the Motorhead team. Man, let's get Phil, let's get Mickey, Mickey D. We can get all the members. We can get all the members. I'm okay, but I'm a little partial to the later days of Motorhead, but let's get all of them. But man, oh man, I like what Super 7's doing here. And of course, I'm going to be biased because action figures is a deep love of mine. Music's a deep love of mine. You bring these things two together, you can't go wrong, especially when it's a character, a performer I really do enjoy. So King Diamond, man, gets the 2 thumbs up for me. I'm here for this all day long. Let's keep it coming, Super 7. So there it is. There's old King Diamond. What are your thoughts on this one, though? I could be, you guys might not know your King Diamond. I understand that. He is a little bit niche product in the heavy metal world, but let me know your thoughts between these two. Which one you prefer? Do you own these? Are you picking these up? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this very YouTube channel. We got videos every single day. Hit the old notification bell, and we got even more content, including early access to videos like this, over on the Patreon channel. Of course, Patreon going to be your best way to support this very YouTube channel. And we got all kinds of stuff over there every single day. You can also support channel ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. Sir Paul64 on the old X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the mighty King Diamond and Mercyful Fate 2, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.